Okay, people, no gimmicks, no jokes, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. We finally hit 50 subscribers this week. Also, the King of Gondor is now Italian. Hello there, people of YouTube, and welcome to the Spikehead podcast for another movie review, where today we'll be talking about Green Book, the final film from the list of Best Picture nominees that I have not seen. I finally got round to it. This is directed by Peter Farelly and stars Viggo Mortensen, Mahershala Ali, Linda Cardellini, and Dimiter Marinov. This film is based on a true story about Tony, who is hired to chauffeur around Dr. Don Shirley on his piano tour of the South of America in the 1960s, at a time where racial tensions were very high, especially in the Deep South. Don is basically hiring Tony to not only chauffeur him around, but also help him sort out problems, because Tony is very good at sorting out problems. So we get the story about an Italian who is slightly racist, and a gay black man who's a singer that's having to perform in the South to a crowd of people that just see him as another black man. And this just basically summarizes how the two of them become close friends over the course of this 2-month stint touring around the South of America. Now, to start off with, there are some big positives in this film. For one, the relationship between Don and Tony is fantastic. Seeing them go from this awkward dynamic to start off with to laughing and joking about with each other. There's a scene with KFC chicken that is a lot of fun. There is just a lot of good moments with these two. When they are laughing and joking together, you generally feel that they are becoming good friends, and the chemistry between these two is fantastic, and it really is the glue that holds this film together. It really reminded me of Planes, Trains and Automobiles, starring John Candy and Steve Martin, about these two polar opposites that are travelling across the country together. I feel it is very much reminiscent of that, especially in the comedic dynamic between the two people. I also love the way it deals with racial tensions as well. These days in Hollywood, it seems like every film that's got a black man in it has the racial tendency subplot, and this one does it in a very subtle manner, like very blunt, blasé manner. Mahershala Ali will go to try and assume it's like, you can't do that there, or you can't eat in this said restaurant. I mean, I know I'm saying subtle, but it's how subtle these white Southerners are. It's not, I hate you, you are black. It's literally, we just don't do things this here. This is a non-coloured place. Like, it's completely normal. I just really love how you see Viggo Mortensen's Tony slowly get slightly more annoyed with just seeing it firsthand. He is low-key doing it early on where he sees two black guys drinking out of some glasses. He throws them both in the bin because he thinks they're garbage now. But when he's seeing it from a third-person perspective, he is getting madder and madder with it. Tony does snap a few times in this, and it is really interesting seeing his outlook on this problem changing over time, and just the comedic way that this story carries it through. It's not something going too serious, but the dark undertones are still there, which I feel the film did really well indeed. And I also got to say, I really enjoyed how this film was edited. This had a very nice pace to it. Considering the film is about two guys going from city to city, tour after tour, in a car constantly, I feel like the sequences were edited together really well, especially on the passage of time sequences. They were really well done. Also, I do love the screenplay of this. This screenplay is brilliant. Just how blunt both Tony and Don are. They are very blunt with each other, and just how they see things from their perspective. There's a scene where Tony goes off on Don, saying how he is more black than Don is, because like Don sits on a throne and is playing to white people all the time, whereas Tony grows up in the slums, has had to stay in the same street his whole life in this rough area. It's a very interesting dynamic, and that scene does lead into one of the most powerful scenes as well, where Don really lets all out, and it is really brilliant. The way the script and the editing flows together in this film really helps it be an easily digestible film. There's also a very good bit of social commentary and a good art piece. Though there are some problems I do have with this film. For one, some of the racial tendencies, while I say a lot of it is subtle, there are some heavy-handed bits that I feel do throw off the pace and aren't really needed, such as a scene where the car breaks down. Something happens there that is really heavy-handed. I don't think it really was needed. Personally, I mean, I'm probably in the minority with this. Considering it's about two guys becoming good friends and Mahershala is being nominated for Best Actor a lot, there is a very big lack of character for Dr. Don Shirley. He is generally just this quiet, awkward dude that acts a bit like Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the way he speaks. and his bluntness. There's something about him that he has a mysterious edge to him, but we don't get to know much about him. You hear about his brother once, and apparently that is one of the big controversies of this film, is the fact that Don Shirley's family are actually really mad at this film because apparently he was on speaking terms with his family, and he has multiple brothers, not just one brother like it's portrayed in the film. There's just a very big lack of development on his character compared to Tony. Tony is getting all the character development, whereas Don's just getting these subtle nods to himself. It's very bare bones in terms of his side of the story, which is a big letdown in my opinion. Also, Oleg and George, the two other members of Mahershala's band, they are wasted characters. Oleg is just there to drop some knowledge and be a minor inconvenience for Tony throughout this journey. And George has one scene with himself where he's basically having to grab Tony to get him to save Shirley from some situation. There is a very lackluster part of these two characters. They're band members, they tour together. I get the film's about the relationship between Don and Tony, but like, you're a band, you travel together. I'm sure there would be more than just occasionally driving past in a separate car. There's just something very lackluster about it. And I will have to say that the ending was a bit lackluster in my opinion. There's just something about the ending that was sudden for me. I feel like there should have been a bit more to bookend it. I know with a true story they have like a happy moment and they have the text at the end inform you, but I feel like there should have been a bit more development to it. I did say this film reminded me of Planes, Trains and Automobiles. It does end in a very similar way. I don't know, I feel like there could have been a bit more to bookend the film. In terms of performances, Viggo Mortensen is fantastic. I have never seen him be so funny in the film. He is absolutely hilarious. He is an Italian stereotype. Like, the stereotypes are very big in this film, but he is really good in this. He is hilarious. His blunt delivery is fantastic. I love the fact he goes from 0 to 100 when it comes to getting angry quite a bit in this film, and I really did enjoy that. Mahershala, he is a brilliant actor. Like I said, he was wasted in Alita Battle Angel because he is a fantastic actor, and he did not miss a step here. He has a lot of dynamics to go through in this. He has his personal facade, his professional facade. He balances those two out really well. When he gets drunk, he actually strikes me as being drunk. It's not like every other film where drunk people have to be like, slurring around. He didn't have to do that. He just had to be a bit wobbly, a bit wide-eyed, and boom. That was very well performed by Mahershala. And his breakdown moments as well, they were brilliant. I just love how he's acting a lot in the face. Not always his words, his face and his mannerisms are just brilliant. I think he's a very good actor, and he deserves to be in way more films than this. He was the only bit about Moonlight that I liked, and he was barely in that film. So I'm glad Mahershala has done a good performance, and he is nominated for the Best Actor, though he's more the supporting actor, I think. But overall, I will say Green Book is a very good film, and if anything's going to win it over A Star Is Born, I would love it to be Green Book. I thought it was a really good film with a very good script and a great dynamic between the two lead characters. I would say, if I had to rank all the Best Picture nominees, now that I've seen them all, I'd put Green Book at number 2 or 3. It's a fantastic little film, though they are very heavy-handed at certain times. I did want a bit more with the ending. But overall, guys, Green Book, I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner because I really did enjoy it. So I'm going to give Green Book a good cup of tea. So guys, Green Book, have you all seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you enjoy what I do on this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time and see my latest content over here. Guys, once again, thank you very much for getting me to 50 subscribers. It really means a lot. The road to 100 subscribers starts here, and I should hopefully have a new podcast out for you guys very soon. This is That Spikehead Podcast, signing off.